thought it was great.
Yeah. Is everybody okay in the back? Everybody ready? Coach, you want to start us off?
Well, first off, let me say this. Considering everything going on with a, kind of early morning breakfast game, I know our football team's getting ready to play a bowl game. Good luck to them. I thought we had a great crowd. Students are gone. All the students are gone. And to be at 11 o'clock, football team playing a bowl game, I thought the crowd was tremendous. And again, the crowd helped us too. And again, y'all keep hearing me say that. How important that crowd is, get behind this team and help us those nights we're not at our best, help give us some energy and emotion. That's number one. Number two, I was most proud of our team being ready to play. That was my biggest concern. Being ready to play at the level you got to play at. We all know what happened to us Wednesday night. That's a tough pill to swallow, and everybody wrote about it for 2 days, and these kids live on social media. You got to you got to cleanse your body and soul of that and get ready for the next one. And I've been a part of games where you let one game, a loss, cost you another loss. So what I'm saying, I'm most proud of our guys. I thought we came ready to play. I thought we set the tone the first 4 minutes of that game, kind of separated. We probably went up 10 points in that first time out. From that point, we never were threatened. There's always spurts in the game that, we let up some. But I thought for the most part, I thought our guys managed the game. We had to manage a little bit of foul trouble the first half with Tavion and Dwight. They made some three-point shots. I was looking at this, but that second half, I know they were 7 for 14. I would say 6 of them came in the last 6 minutes of the game, if you would break that stat down. That first 12, 13, 14 minutes, I don't think they made a lot of threes and allowed us to separate the game. So that was a good team. They got a lot of good pieces. They're well coached. You don't go to Indiana and win by 20, 22, whatever they won by, without being a good team. They got a lot of guys who can score. Big boy on the inside's a load. You look at our stats, I thought we had great balance again. 5 guys in double figures. We shared the ball. Different guys did it different nights. We particularly didn't shoot the ball great from the three-point line. We missed some free throws. Probably missing some free throws was the negative part of the game, particularly the second half. 3 possessions in a row, we missed 5 out of 6. A chance really to extend that game some. But overall, I thought it was a great team effort and a good win for us.
During those points in the game when the shots weren't falling, how pleased were you with playing the defense and kind of forcing some turnovers throughout the game?
Well, that's going to be kind of who we are a little bit. I thought defensively we were really pretty good that first half. I think we gave up 28 points. Team was averaging, 80, 81, 82, 83. Gave up 28. We kept them off the foul line. It's always a big stat. First half, they shot 2 free throws. Second half, they only shot 5 free throws. For the game, they're 4 for 5. But we shoot 30, we shoot 28 and make 16. As bad as we were making them, we still made 16. That's a huge stat. That tells you 2 things. We were aggressive both ways, throwing to the block. Justin and Dwight were finishing plays, and we drove it to the paint a bunch. I thought Dwight came back with some motion tonight. I hadn't seen a lot of that motion the last 2 games. And we need him to have that edge for us to be as good as we can be. I thought that's one guy I'll single out. I thought he came early and gave us some energy.
57% shooting, though a lot of that came in the paint. Just good to see an efficient night offensively for you.
Well, it is. Again, different guys doing it different ways. We had to play against the zone second half, and thought the zone slowed us down some, but we got fouled. Again, against that zone, we come up 5 for 6 free throw line that little stretch. But for the most part, I thought we ran when we had something. I thought we were patient enough when we did have something. I thought we utilized the foul trouble we put them in. We got them in foul trouble. I thought we kept utilizing that by throwing it to the block and driving it to the paint.
Do you think your team played with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder after what happened Wednesday night?
You can ask them that. I don't know what the chip is, but I know what you're saying. my biggest concern was, hey, that one's done, that one's over. We got a really good team coming in here. And all these games count as one win or one loss. That game happened, it was one loss. And the biggest game of the year that we were playing, which game? Today. That's right. Are you going to chime in?
I was agreeing.
You part of the media? Is that most important was that one today? And getting young men to understand that and play that way, it's not always easy, but I thought we did today. I thought we had really good focus, and I thought we really played with good energy for the most part. Yes. You asked them that question if you want to. Like I said, I cleansed them from talking about it. Let's move on. If you guys want to ask them about the chip, ask them about the chip. But I think it's well documented. The Big Ten let us know, call me, commissioner officials. They blew the call. They spin it the guy. They fined the guy. But like I told him, how's that help us? We don't get the fine money. We still get the L. So, I've been at this a long time. I can remember a lot of these guys in these leagues, when there's bad calls, they send these tapes into the commissioners and get on the phone and gripe. But I've never seen a game get changed. Just move on. That's all you can do. It's not easy sometimes. You like to pick up a chair that night and throw it across the floor. I thought about it. That's what you really want to do. Because I never got an explanation from that change. No one ever explained to me why he changed from a block 3 times to the hip and they go shoot free throws. So, hey.
I know that in that last game, gave up 12 and 20 from the three-point line, and I know that you said that these other threes were late and still gave them up. Still a big area of concern considering the Belmont coming in Tuesday, and that's what they did.
Well, with this team, and I told somebody this earlier, my radio guy, where's he at? He's not in here. Sometimes the best way to guard shooters is to make them stand in a zone. That sounds crazy. Sometimes people are better shooters than everything they run and get people shots out of their offenses. So sometimes you can take a shooter, make him stand still, it's easier to defend. I'm forced to do some things, not because it may be best, but because who we are too. I got to survive foul trouble. I got to survive fatigue. I thought the most part in this game, we manned them for the most part when that game was really on the line. I went zone late again when we were up 20-some odd, and they made, if you check it, I'd say they made 6 of their 7 in the last 6 or 7 minutes of that game. I'm in zone just to lengthen the game and get that clock running and save us a little bit. So, if we had teams that really shoot it, like I say, based on how they get their shots, sometimes zones are more effective against it. And like I said, I was just trying to lengthen this game and get it over. I felt like we guarded them really well. First half had how many threes? 4 for 13. We were probably 75%, 80% man the first half. Second half, we got the lead. I'm going to change just to get home, get you guys out here. Y'all don't mind that, do you? Okay, make that clock run. What you got back? Give me a question. Give me another one.
I know it sounds weird to ask about the play of the bench, but even when they weren't knocking down shots, when America came in, you think they kind of had some good sparks?
Well, the second half it did for sure. The first half I got on him. We can't ever, guys coming off the bench have to add to. They can't take away. For instance, Darius makes a 3 right there before half. We're in zone. Merrick doesn't sprint back up his side of the zone. They pitch ahead. Jake has to take him. And where Jake's supposed to be, they feel right in behind him with that shooter and they make a shot. But it was because of sprinting back. One possession. You can't get relaxed. We would have been up, what was up at halftime? 15? Should have been up 18. We went up 18 on that shot. Then we give up that 3 because of lack of effort, just sprinting down that lane. That didn't set well with me. He didn't come off that bench until a bit later in that half. But he came off the second half and added 2 then. I think he had 3 possessions. He affected the flow of that game in that trap out there. Yes, that's all we need from those guys. I don't want them to play perfect. I'm not worried about mistakes. I am worried about it. Let's get better mistakes. The most important thing that you need to be able to do is what you're in control of, how hard you play, effort plays, and especially those guys coming off that bench.
Anything else for Coach?
Get one more. Come on, you guys get to do a bunch today since those other guys not here. Give me another one.
I got one, Rick.
Go ahead.
You don't mind?
Yeah,
It's not part
I'm mine, but I'll take it from you.
Okay. The mid-range, using the backboard, is that something y'all work on? Because that's a dying art in college basketball.
Probably talking about Tavion. 2 guys are good at it. Darius.
I saw it was
Darius is really good coming down that lane because he's big and got a lot of size. He can control. He's got a really good control going down that lane. He's able to go full speed and go off at 1 foot and still be on control and lay a soft shot up off that backboard. A lot of guys can't do that. I'm sure his dad taught him that. You teach him that? Absolutely. Mama, where's Mom at? Mama's not here, is she? She outside? Okay. We won't tell her what the answer you gave. But Tavion has great ability to do it. It's kind of a lost art. You know, one thing I've always said about Tavion, even before I saw him, he's got a great mid-range game. And he does. He has great ability to pull up that little 15-foot shot, make those shots. A lot of guys can't do it. So it is a little bit of a lost art. Both those guys are really good at it, really good at it.
Monte had 0 fouls tonight after fouling out the past 2 games. How important is it for him to not only just stay in the game, but I mean, how impressed were you with him tonight?
Well, what I need to be impressed with, him really playing well when he's in there. I thought he was, of all guys, a little bit loose. Loose means just trying to do too much. You know, and that has effect on it, the way you play. You know, just focus on hard. You got to play defensively. You know, offensively, don't worry about it. We'll get you some stuff, do some things. But when you start searching for things, lots of times there's some bad endings. And it's bad endings. He has 4 turnovers tonight. Can't have that from him. Of all guys, can't have that. 12 of ours came from him. 12 turnovers. You know, Darius plays 36 minutes and 2 turnovers. That may be a high for him. I don't know. 2 turnovers. Is that a high for him?
Yeah, 3.
3. Okay. So hey, but my point is, you need to be able to play under control, and he has his moments. He's really good at times, and we need him good all the time. Again, we got every piece. You know, we had to play without him over at Ohio U. He played 11 minutes and fouled out, and it changes who we are. There's just the margin for error is just so thin. Hopefully, and I keep saying this, that we can have some other bodies soon. I thought we'd have one of them today. I really did. I thought Josh would be ready. Monday, we're hoping again. Mustafa could be Wednesday, but we think both of them are close. That's what we feel. Both of those guys, they bring different things to the team. I've said it over and over. Mustafa, and I give him some credit for helping us win this game. He was in that locker room before the game. He's the one guy. He's that one guy that was after him now. He was giving everybody some energy, and that's who he is. He brings another level of toughness. He brings a level of communicating. And Josh could become one of our better defenders and one of our best athletes. They both fit. It's not like they take away from anybody else out there. They're both pieces that this team needs, badly so. But until we have them, we got to keep playing. We know Tuesday night we got a really, really good team coming up in here. Only team that's beat Middle Tennessee this year is Belmont, and beat them at Middle Tennessee. That's enough said. Everybody knows how good they are. And everybody that's listening, we need everybody there tonight. Bring a friend with you. We need this thing packed in here on Tuesday night. Got it?